Okay, article of faith number 2. We believe that men will be punished for their own sins and not for Adam's transgression. A couple of things that are important in this article of faith to think about is one, again, it answers that question of original sin. So some religions out there believe that because of Adam and Eve's sin, when they partook of the fruit, they sinned, they left. That means that everybody that is born to them, which is literally everyone, is born into sin. We are punished because of what they did in a way. Our lives are mortal, and we have temptations and problems because of what they did. And so we suffer the consequences of their choice as well. So, I mean, theoretically, yeah, because it introduced mortality for us and those kinds of things. So it did do that, but you have to look back into what was going on in the Garden of Eden and all those things to really understand that better. But this helps us realize, just in real simple terms, that while, yes, they did sin and they transgressed the laws and they're going to have to answer for that, it doesn't mean we're born into sin. All it means is we are born into mortality. But we will have to answer for our own sins. We will be punished for our own sins. Now, I think this is an important point to bring up because, again, Article of Faith 1 is about our relationship with God and the understanding of the Godhead and that higher source of energy and resources for us to help us in our life. Then we talk about the problems that we're going to have in our life, which is sin. So number 2 is bringing up that discussion of sin. And I think number 2 and number 3 are really, they're two sides of the same coin, if you will, the same idea. So these two kind of come together really. And we're going to talk about number 3, of course, in the next video. But realize that we will be punished for our own sins. We're responsible for our own sins, not for Adam's transgression. We get the result of Adam's transgression, but we're not punished for his transgression. And that's just an important point. We are going to be dealing with our own sins. So we got a lot of work to do to improve, and that's why we have Heavenly Father to help us. And number 3 answers this question of how do we deal with these sins. So stay tuned for the next video.